ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. I thank you for the messages that come through and ask that you deliver them to those that need them. Thank you. All right, guys, we are hearing from your guides today. We have 3 piles. We have the number 40 with a key and freedom, and you have the Obsidian pillar. We have the number 44 with a red-headed girl and some foliage. Looks like she's maybe dancing, and it says rejoice. And you have an amethyst palm stone. And we have the number 3 with a skull and death. And the peacock, let me get this closer to you guys. A peacock stone heart. I thought it was actually really fitting. I did randomly just grab in and grab these, and I thought it was very interesting that it almost is kind of skull-like. It's got these like shadowy, light areas, dark areas, and like circular parts. Anyway, I thought that was quite fitting. If you would like to choose with your zodiac, let's get into that. And we're just gonna pick 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Okay, so pile 1, we've got Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. Pile 2, we have Libra, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius. And for pile 3, we have Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, and last but not least, Aries. Okay, guys, pause if you need to take some time, grab that intuition of yours. Timestamps are down in the description. I'll see you guys at your pile. Okay, pile 1, you have the Obsidian pillar. Just gonna place that right there. If you chose with your zodiac, we have Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, and Leo. You have the number 40 with a key and freedom. Yeah, I'm gonna set that here. I don't know how much space we're gonna need, so we'll see. I am also going to be using a tarot deck that we will put more out for. Let's just flip them over. We have empowerment, magic, apprehension, intuitive communication, and beauty. I don't know if I have enough space down here for the cards. They're a decent size. Yeah. You know what? So we're going to scooch things around. Let's just... do this. Oh, heck, you guys. I'll just squish them. They're just going to be super squished. I'm sorry. I could also adjust the camera. You know, the process we go through, huh? All right. Let's go ahead and get your tarot cards out. Ooh. Whoa. All right. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. Interesting. So just to go over the numerology stuffs, just in case it's something for you. Once again, we have 40, we have 18, 33, 18, 43. Does this have a number? 36? 36. And then 8, 3, and 9. Okay, so you can probably tell I adjusted the camera. That was bothering me. Okay, we went over numbers and little bits just in case, even if I don't use them, but they might pop out to you. Empowerment says expansion, together, prosper, and divine. Apprehension says moving out into the world, doubt and fear. And intuitive communication says silent whispers of the heart. Oh, and this is the jasmine flower for beauty. Okay. I hmm. I do feel that because we have this freedom card, and this is what you chose, and it's got a key on it and all this, that there's just some kind of like, your guys want to talk to you about how you can feel more free. Because there is anxiety within the empowerment card. And I'm not sure, because you can take this different ways, group reading or but general reading, but there could be anxiety towards feeling self-empowerment, or it could be having anxiety about being seen that way, having anxiety about prospering. And I do feel like this specifically is, yeah, and this one, okay, all right. So what I'm getting is that you're wanting a lightness, you're wanting a freedom, you're not wanting to feel trapped. And they're trying to show you that you don't see yourself quite the way that other people do. And you are magic, and you are on top of your game. Okay, and very specifically for some of you, not for everyone, but very specifically, this wants to come out that for some of you, your true work is within the magic community. That this is your type. Maybe you're another reader. Maybe you want to get into like a spiritual community. It may or may not actually be how you gain your finances, but there is purpose for you in this. For others, you may not give yourself as much credit, which is okay, guys. I mean, it's being humble is fine, right? But they're trying to say that you are actually seen in a light of like being a magical creature. The same thing goes with this apprehension card, like moving out into the world, having doubt and fear. But then you've got the Queen of Wands, and it's like there's an inner world that is quite different than what's being actually seen. And I will admit, this could be some interference from the spiritual world itself, maybe negative entities of some kind, or I don't know. But it could be that you're just really viewing yourself in a different light than how you're actually seen. And the Queen of Wands, I mean, you've got this sunflower that's like, sunflowers, what do? They follow the sun, right? They're always pointing to the sun. They are attracted to that. And it's like, and they're tall and they're strong and they offer to others, they give to others. And you are seen this way, but there's like a held back. And I don't know. I mean, general reading, so it could be both, but like part of it could be yourself, you're holding yourself back, and part of it could be that you feel held back. Something else is holding you back. We are jumping over this one. We're going to beauty. So the Eight of Swords, this person is caged, this angel, this beautiful being is caged, but the cage is open and they can get out. They can get themselves out. So there's something, once again, your view, your perspective is not seeing the whole picture. I do feel for some of you there's like some kind of interference, like you're kind of being like maybe spiritually attacked, and so you're being like, you know what, I'm gonna grab a card. We're gonna dive into this a little bit more. I want to see if there's like a specific thing that wants to come out about the particular the particular energy. Does this also? No. Faded. Okay, so this is something that is not in your control right now. This is something that it's like you're being kind of like hidden right now. You're not allowed to see. Um, but, you know, the guides wanted to talk about freedom, like how to feel more free. So now we're jumping to here. Okay. So one of the ways for you to feel more free is during this time of not being seen or not seeing clearly, you've got some emotions that you can work through. We've got the Three of Swords underneath this intuitive communication. And, you know, he's pierced in the heart. He's sad. There's sorry, I'm receiving. There's a lot of transition happening of going from the mind space. You've got a lot of swords going from the mind space to the heart space. I find it really interesting with this Three of Swords card because, you know, swords are supposed to be more like the mental, right? And yeah, this is about sorrow. This is despair. This is an emotion, right? It's feeling betrayal. It's feeling these hard things and communicating, needing to communicate what's truly in your heart. Oof, oof, oof. Okay. This is so not easy, you guys. But the encouragement that I'm receiving right now is to be truly honest. Like there's something you need to be very honest about. And that's hard to do because we don't want to hurt others. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be hurt ourselves for having whatever's going on inside of us. So some pain within your heart needs to come out. And that is going to be extremely freeing for you. It's, you can't control what anyone else is going to do. And I can't guarantee you've got like the safest place for you to do this. It might be pretty scary, but it will bring in freedom. It also will bring in, I'm being connected to this empowerment card. It's going to bring in this empowerment card, which will block out the anxiety. You will no longer be having so much worry about these things. The apprehension. Yeah, you just need to let it spill out. Things need to come out of you. And you know what? You can even maybe, here's a suggestion. If it's in regards to a particular person, but you don't currently feel safe about that person, find someone else that you do feel safe talking to about that. I mean, even a counselor that, they have their own internal judgments, but they're not allowed to give them to you. So you can just let everything fly out. Open up that cage. There could be, for some of you, a beauty component to this where you are struggling with beauty standards. I mean, don't most of us these days, don't we all? So I do feel like that doesn't need to be like gone into, because it's just such a common, it's so common for us to have issues with our own beauty. Is there anything else, please? Anything else that wants to come forward? You do not need to hide who you are. You do not need to hide who you are, regardless of how other people have treated you in the past. I feel like like this is something that you are going through, right? This has been like ups and downs and transitioning from being a person that keeps to themselves, being a person that doesn't. Now, when I say this, you can still be an extrovert and still keep to yourself. You can still be out having fun with everybody, blah, 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 but you're keeping your heart safe, right? You hold yourself aside. So this is encouraging regardless. I'm going to say we've got to get to a place where it's not about what other people are doing. We are being free within ourselves. We are allowing ourselves to fully come out. We are allowing ourselves to take space. We don't have to dig ourselves into the dirt and cover ourselves with these branches to look pretty and yeah, maybe that's your mask. Maybe the beauty thing is a mask for you. So to recap, you are seen in a beautiful light. You are seen as this very capable person that you've got the queen or the king and queen right here, right? You're seen in a wonderful light. You don't need to worry about that. Stop worrying about that. I know that's easier said than done, but it's okay. You are seen this way. But you do need to continue to let your heart out. Let your heart out. Let it flow. Let yourself come out even if it's painful. Let yourself come out no matter what someone else's response is. Responses can be scary. It's okay. That's okay. This is part of life. It's hard for me too, guys. This is why I'm saying we, because it is. It's hard for me too. Okay, so now I am seeing that there's something about you're letting your heart out that's going to be drawing people to you. You're like moths to the flame kind of thing. I'm seeing all the, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to hold it up for you. All of these insects are being drawn to the light of the sunflower. I do feel a shift coming for you, especially with this magic card. Something is faded. This is something that's purposeful, that's meant to happen in your life. And it will happen regardless of how quickly you let yourself come out, right? So this is just like, hey, this is for your betterment. Let your heart come out, let yourself be seen, let yourself take space. This is for your betterment. No matter what, though, you don't need to worry about like the speed of which you do things. Don't worry about that. No matter what, you are a magical being. The words that wanted to come out were that's about to be seen. You're about to be seen. You've been growing. You're the sunflower that's been growing. You're about to pop out and everyone's going to like the sunflower. This is also going to encourage your being able to have this empowerment and not having anxiety in regards to anxiety apprehension. Last reminder that you did have a lot of headspace cards. You have a lot of swords, and we have heads for a reason, but to not always only be in the headspace. To remember to come out of it, allow yourself to have your feelings. Sorry, my stomach is growling. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I gotta stop doing these things on an empty stomach. I just feel like I think better, so, or hear more clearly, maybe, is a better way of saying that. Okay, and I'm getting another like crown chakra I'm getting from the magic card. So maybe start looking into that. Anything else? Yeah, I'm receiving that maybe do like a visual meditation kind of practice. Which to me is like using both your heart and your head at the same time. It's combining. Yeah. Okay. All right, that is it, guys. I hope that this has been a benefit for you. Truly hope that you feel blessed, seen, heard, loved, cherished, all of those amazing things. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alrighty, pile 2 with your amethyst palm stone. Put that there. If you chose with your zodiac, we've got Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Virgo. You have your Rejoice card with the number 44. Just for now, that's going to go right there. We have Healing. That's right. You guys were chatty. Your guys were chatty. You got a lot more cards than the others did. So we have Healing, Quickening. Let's see if I can actually, I'm not sure how much space I'm going to need for this. Quickening, Wind, Perception, Zen Garden, and Reorientation. Oh my god. Look at this card. What an interesting plant. Okay. All right, so I am also going to grab some tarot cards. This is Mystical Moments Tarot. That's over there. I'm feeling, yeah, that goes there. Isn't intuition weird, you guys? It's just bizarre. I mean, truly, like, if you think about it, we're like, ooh, I feel something, I hear something. Let's do that. it's, it's weird. Anyway, okay, let's get into this. We've got the Three of Swords, the King of Cups, the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Knight of Wands. I want to give this a little more space to make sure you can truly see it. Okay, it's all wonky, but you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with that. Okay, let's do numbers in case numbers are your thing. Once again, 44 up here. We have 9, 10, 63, 39, 38, 35, 2, 5, 3, and 4. Let me give you also, I may not use them, but just in case, I'm going to give you all the little bits that are written down here, just in case something pops out for you. Healing says cleanse, hydrate, dissolve, and purify. Quickening says discovery, acceleration, knowledge, and source. Perception says beyond the veil of illusion. And Zen Garden says inner sanctuary. Also, reorientation, the plant is called Japanese sweet coltsfoot. Alrighty. I do think it's interesting that I randomly grabbed some stones, and this is what came out for this Rejoice card. And also, by the way, how many freaking times has this card been a chooser? Like, right? I don't even know at this point. So some of you are all about that card. Anyway, also I think the Amethyst is very healing, and it's the first card that we turned over. So I think that's interesting. Three of Swords with the healing card. I feel like that's extremely obvious. Being pierced in the heart, betrayal, sorrow. And then there's this healing from that. So whatever the situation is that you're going through or have recently gone through, there is a healing that is happening that brings you to a place of the King of Cups energy that causes you to really gain some huge emotional maturity. So, and because this quickening card is here above this, I really feel like It's like when you take a class that's been condensed. Um, God, my brain is not working because I'm hungry, but it's you have to do more work more quickly, right, to get through the class rather than taking it for a year. You take it for 3 months and you're like going at it. And so whatever you've been going through a lot is what that's telling me. Um, this pierced heart here is has been a very difficult thing for you, but it's bringing you to this King of Cups. I want to skip over this for a second. We'll come back to it. There is some kind of perception issue happening. I'm getting a real feel of like you're not understanding how far the beauty of your soul reaches. You're not seeing this is, you know what, there's a little bit here, guys, that compares with pile one. So maybe if you're interested in that, check that out. But there's look at the beauty within. Look at this beautiful, gorgeous rose happening inside of here. And see how the hair has turned into roots and how much it's growing and spreading out. And yet, this card tends to be more on the sorrowful side, on the negative side, right? But I'm not getting that this is like absolutely the worst. I'm feeling that it's just a little shift. It's just a little jump that's going to happen. Something will be said, something, a word will just like kind of click inside of you, and there will be a shift. And your perception is going to change. Or, you know what? It could be someone else's perception of you that's going to change. Yeah, I'm getting a ping with that one. That's for a few of you, that's a big thing. I am confused about the Zen Garden and the Two of Wands happening together. Um, Inner Sanctuary, Zen Garden, very calm, very almost hermit-like, right? A hermit card-like, kind of going within, having your peace. But the Two of Wands is like, she's got the world in her hands. She's out looking at the night sky. It's like newness, new opportunities, new passions, new growth, new being able to go forward and potential and okay. So what I'm hearing is that it's like listening to your own heart, listening to your own intuition more so rather than other people's advice. You need to pay attention more to yourself. Yeah, I just got tingles on that one. Yep. Okay. And then there's this reorientation card with the Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands is like, look at this dude, like daredevil, just bold, just going for it. And maybe maybe that connects to your own perception of yourself and letting yourself just go for it. Letting yourself not give a rat's patootie about what anyone else thinks. And now I'm being connected to the Emperor and the Wind card. And then also the Five of Pentacles, not because of the actual meaning, but because of a part of it. It's like your experience, your growth into this King of Cups, this massive emotional maturity and emotional IQ is going to spread like the wind, is going to spread like roots. It's going to, when you speak, look at this dude. Look at this dude. His branches spreading out from his mouth. When you speak, it's his mustache, but when you speak, it carries weight and it carries further on. It's like a rippling effect. It is the wind that carries your words. And you're not seeing currently how much you actually do affect others. So go boldly. Go boldly. You have the maturity. Sorry, you guys can probably hear my stomach growling. Told you I was hungry. Is there anything else that wants to come out, please? Speak your words. Speak your mind. Speak your power. I've got like the image of like being pushed out. Like someone behind you is like, you've got this, and they push you out, and you are suddenly on like a veranda above a huge crowd of people, and like you're ready to give a speech or something. It's like they're saying, you've got this. You've got this. You can do this. You can be in front of people. You can be seen. You can speak out. And there will be a benefit. There will be a benefit to this. I think that now I'm being drawn to the Zen garden, and I'm also really getting drawn to like specifically her brain area. And then it somehow reminded me of like maybe you're a writer or like you do poetry or something. There's something within you that you within your own inner world. Maybe you're wanting to write a book, a story. Maybe you like D&D, maybe like your Dungeons and Dragons or Dungeons, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. You know, we no longer really say the full term anymore, right? We all say D&D. Anyway, so maybe there's something about world building for you and creation and something that you are creating within your own imagination that they're encouraging you to like let it out, let it go, let it have its space, let it take the wind, take it and do with it what it will. Your words have power. Even this is like this ridiculous card. It's like I'm now seeing it as like an explosion of, you know, like the atom bomb, you see the mushroom cloud. That's kind of what this looks like. And it's coming from the heart and the head space. So it's like combining your passion and your abilities, your skills, perhaps writing, perhaps music, perhaps, you know, something. You're creating something that has an effect. But there's this like your trigger, not your trigger, your healing triggers this whole like gambit of God, you guys, you're going to affect people. Now, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, I don't want to be like grandiose or anything like that, because honestly, that kind of bothers me. But even if you affect 10 people in your life in a massive way that truly helps them, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So don't get caught up on how many people you reach. Don't worry about that. You are going to affect other people. Whatever it is that you're creating, you've got something going on with in your head. You're gonna, it's going to reach out. It's going to get others, and it is a good thing. Anything else, please? Interesting. So out of the corner of my eye, these feathers that are arrows that are piercing the heart, I didn't see them as piercing the heart. I saw them as wings on the back. It's like what almost destroyed you is giving you wings, is helping you, or at least has the result of allowing you to fly and deliver to other people your message. Like the wind. Okay. All right. Am I? Am I getting another card or no? Okay. Well, that was interesting. I asked and I heard both answers, which happens sometimes, and ultimately it came down to do whatever you want to do. So we're gonna give you another card just to see what happens here. We have integrity. I'm gaining right now from it. I'm trying to understand if this is like an encouragement of what you should focus on, your own integrity, or if it's like an encouragement of like you are full of integrity. Like this is who you are no matter what. Either way, that's a good message, right? Okay. I am now receiving that a lot of people don't see your integrity for some reason. Again, this perception thing, there's a perception issue. I'll give a silly little example, but like there have been plenty of times in my life where someone thought I was lying and I truly wasn't. For some reason, I don't know if it's the way I communicate or just their own, their own story, their own beliefs about how people are. Um, that could be something that happens with you. It's people don't always see us the way that we truly are. We as humans tend to assume a lot. Yeah. Okay. That came to a close. Truly, guys, I hope this was a benefit for you. I hope that you regularly feel seen, heard, loved, cherished, all those amazing things. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right, pile 3. You had the Peacock stone, heartstone. And if you chose with your zodiac, Aries, Cancer, Aquarius, and Taurus, you had the Death card. So I gotta tell you, something really interesting happened with this. um, this card came flying out. I had heard to take this card. Now, I think you're gonna laugh when you see it, because as soon as I turned over what card this was that came flying out, I went, oh my God. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that one. That's too harsh. That's too scary. That's too whatever. Well, the card I heard to take is Lost with a skull on it. I mean, you guys. Anyway, so something to do with skulls, you know? Maybe you like skulls. Maybe this is your thing, you know? Goth, punk, I don't remember exactly what like skulls these days anymore. Sorry, I'm out of it that way. But let's put those there. And then grab your oracle cards. We've got Manifest, the Sun. Oh, wow. Wow, you guys. Purification and Trust. Hooah. All right. And I am actually going to go ahead and put these here like this. Let's make it all equal and pretty, because that's how I am. Equal and pretty. Not how I meant that. You know what I'm saying. All right, let's go ahead and get out your tarot cards. I am using Tarot of Mystical Moments. Sometimes I use these oracally, sometimes I feel them more traditionally speaking. I really enjoy the artist's work on them. Yeah, we're gonna just do that. Okay. Alrighty. We have the Knight of Wands. The Two of Wands. What? Okay, so both of these cards came out in pile 2. Just in case that was something for you. Six of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and 4 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, 6 of Pentacles. You know, I can't help the fisheye thing that's happening here. Okay, in case you're into numbers, let me grab those for you. We've got 3, 5, 40, 53, 32, 2, and then 2, 6, 10, and 4. I'm going to give you the little bits of info that's in here. I may or may not use it, but just in case something pops out to you. Manifest says dreams, journal, moon, and sleep. Purification says also next to it water, and it says emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. And trust is the artichoke. The artichoke flower has little artichokes going down, and then the flowers are up here. Okay. Let me settle into your energy a bit here, because I really want clarity for the reason why this kind of stuff came out. I don't, you know, initially I wasn't sure if you're just into skulls, which you might be, or if it's like a true, you're feeling, you know, emotionally not great. So let me settle in. Okay. I will admit, at the very moment, there's a lot of confusion for me about this Knight of Wands card being here. So we're going to come back to that, and hopefully things will blossom and we will see. As far as manifest with the Two of Wands, there's Two of Wands can be about potential. And I find it really interesting that we've got the moon here and we've got the moon here. And most of what is underneath the manifest card, dreams, journal, moon, sleep, are nighttime stuff. Not necessarily journaling, but you know, a lot of people at the end of the day, that's when they journal. And so I'm really getting key for you that it might be your nighttime routine or whatever it is you're doing is a wonderful time for you to develop and bring in, manifest, like a new project, like a new, there's something that has potential, something you're maybe working on, something that nighttime is a really good time for this. I am going to currently apologize in case you hear my stomach rumbling while I'm doing this. I am hungry. I have not eaten yet. So my bad, but just in case you hear it, you can laugh at me. We move on to, I'm getting like these four cards together feel very much the same thing to me. Six of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles both can be about generosity, about sharing the wealth. And because the sun and water are up here, I am also getting more of a... Okay, sorry. Now that I'm about to say it, it's dividing into different paths. One of them is it's an energetic thing. You're not exactly sharing physical, like monetary type stuff. It's more like being there for someone, giving kind words, your own energy, your own attention. You can help others rejuvenate through emotional release, is what I'm getting there. For others of you, it's similar, but it's done in the form of an item, like gifting. The specific, I'm getting an example of like you've written something, and maybe this is why we're connecting to pile 2 as well. There's a lot about like what you have to offer can come out in the form of like a book, and people can get the book and it affects them. It's and you can even give the book away. There's yeah, there's a lot about writing in both piles. I'm really feeling that kind of writing. And then there's this weird warning. It's you guys. It's like I'm getting be careful who you trust with this, with the Four of Pentacles and the Trust card. Like this is, I don't know if you can see it very well, but like protection, protecting, keeping at bay, holding back, being miserly, and then with trust. And so we could go two routes with this, but initially I felt this: be careful who you trust. You've got to use your own intuition here, guys, and figure out if this is meant for you or not. If you are maybe very easily trusting, there could be a few people that you shouldn't be so easily trusting with, you know? But it could also go in a different direction of maybe your guides are asking you to be more trusting with what you possess. with your home, with what you hold dear. I am feeling us jump over to this now, and I'm still lacking on it. So we're going to grab cards. Wow, okay. Okay. So this is transcending, is what it says. And if you look at this person is like jumping through a hoop of fire with their horse, and it's like they're going up high in the air and they're jumping over, they're taking a leap of faith, and you are transcending a energy of death and loss, of confusion, mental confusion. More cards? More cards? Okay. So this is the other half of the deck that I just pulled from, and this half is more of like an encouragement of like a direction to take. Dig deeper. Dig deeper. Thanks. um so with that encouragement, I feel like your guys are trying to say, okay, I'm getting in combination with the Knight of Wands, which can be very much like a daredevil, very much like go boldly. And dig deeper also just got pinged as Lucian, who is my partner. He oftentimes will say, like, he will use the word deeper in a way of like doing something more, right? So dig into this. Dig into your transcending. Like, really go confidently and full force and trust. Now I'm being pinged over here. Trust. Trust that you are coming out of this death and lost energy. I don't know why. I'm very much feeling the importance of a moment of silence. So, two things that could be: one, you need to take time for yourself, you need to take time for your own quiet, your own peace. And also, it could be that you need to appreciate what you mourn, the loss that you have had. Like when you're in mourning and you take a moment of silence, that kind of a thing. It's a giving the moment space, right? Appreciating the gravity of it. I am now being called, or I thought we were kind of over, but I am being called over to this, and I'm suddenly looking almost like a scorpion or something, like something that's not positive. It's suddenly looking like this tail is gonna whip up and snap at you. And what I think that I'm getting from this is this, you've been betrayed. You've been really deeply, deeply hurt. And it really caused you to have a reaction that really went into this place of not, not knowing who to trust, not feeling your greatest, and being in this like downer place. And for some reason, we want more cards. And okay, so I am getting that this is taking a while. And the layers card came out. Okay. There's a lot to go through. There's a lot, see, like this, look at this. There's how many of these, right? Each layer, you got to climb up each thing, right? And the deeper you go, the more you have to climb up. So this really set you low. This really sets you low. And you have all these layers you're climbing up out of. You can even look at it as like stages too. I mean, it can just, if to be a little more practical, phases you go through as you heal, stages of the process. But you are transcending. Nighttime is key for you. You have a wonderful spirit of generosity. Wonderful spirit of generosity. Trust your guides. Don't trust every human. Yay for that, right? That's just the way it is. That's how we are. We're human and sometimes we suck. Sometimes we suck. So there are definitely times in my own life that I was not trustworthy. We grow. We grow and we go through things and we develop our characters, and some people don't as much as others. And so it's okay. It's part of the process. It's part of the learning. So you can still trust some people, but not everyone. And this is not meant to be you don't need to run your life in a way that is fearful of everybody because you're afraid to trust. We can let that calm, right? We can let that subside because that's not going to help you. There's a fine kind of balancing act that we have to do through all of this, and it's difficult. It's hard. But ultimately you are coming out of it. You're transcending, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Once again, I am being called to remind you to maybe try pile 2. There's a few of you in here that really, I feel, would benefit from pile 2. Okay, is that it? Is that it, guides? That is it. All right, guys. I truly hope that you feel seen, heard, loved, cherished as often as possible. I hope that this was a benefit for you, and I will see you guys next time.